Welcome back to the channel here at Trades2G. My name is Sammy. Boy, oh boy, am I excited to see this chart. Look at the candle action here on ASST. Just like I mentioned yesterday, we had a 4-hour inverted head and shoulder, and thus we are seeing that play out. So, thank you so much for yesterday's likes. And today, I'm going to continue giving you the content as promised. But before I go ahead and do that, I'm going to additionally chart next, or talk about next, because there is a secret little gem in this one. There's so much opportunity on this one if you know how to catch the bottom. And I'm going to speak on this one a little bit later on in the video. So let's get straight into the TA. ASST absolutely having a parabolic day, 11%. I think peak high 13%. We're closing in on the day at roughly, peak high was a 140. Beautiful, beautiful 140. I do have this harmonic. I think this was a butterfly here, and we peaked it a little bit over. It was at 141, but that's fine. So the floor now is 130. Okay, your resistance line, if you guys were seeing throughout the day, especially my Discord, your resistance line was absolutely 130. Look at this beautiful touch, almost like candles. Marabuzas were spinning on this, right? Look at that Marabuza candle, no wick right there. So your absolute roof was 130, and look at that. We broke out, and look at the volatility movement on that. Okay, now even on the 30-minute, I even spotted a inverted head and shoulders on this. Okay, these are powerful structures. When you see on the RSI or even in candle structures, they really give you that edge if you can spot them early. Okay, so wait for price action to now come back at the 382, roughly the 130 range, which it will. Okay, you just had a massive run. Let price action now come to you. We broke out of resistance. Now we make a new higher low if we actually come back and support or confirm the bounce. Okay, confirm the breakout. So it has to come back, and it doesn't have to, but understand confirmation is always best strategy before taking in an additional trade or moving into the trade. Okay, wait for confirmation, double tops, triple tops, and then double bottoms, triple bottoms, and then see if a price wants to actually sustain the new higher high or a new higher low, etc. With that being said, everything's looking good. Not much to talk about. I mean, look at with a parallel channel I mentioned yesterday. It's pretty much respecting these channels here. Look at this candle right here. You're getting a reaction plus to add confluence with the 236. So you love to see that. So again, 130, hit this floor, confirm the bounce, and now you continue to make new higher highs and higher lows. So this one was a quick TA. Everything's panning out. Bitcoin and SPY were acting really somewhat erratic in the beginning, but ASST sustained itself. Like I said yesterday, and real quick, and I'll tap on this to finish off, these guys, the forces, have to act nice. Since they were neutral today, pretty much flat, ASST took the advantage and just ran. It did its own thing and said goodbye-bye. Now, moving on to next. Moving on to the next with next. This one I'm keeping an eye on, folks. And this one's like a little gem. I had a YouTuber... Not a YouTuber, someone in the chat on YouTube brought this up to me. And this was what I charted on the stream, and I took a picture of it. You notice this green box, and it has been a consistent support zone since 2022 here. Actually, July of 2022. If you notice this structure here, this candle. Look at these massive explosives once you hit this green box. And look, I highlight it using this profit tool. From the box to the tippity top, 122%. From the box, this candle, to the tippity top, 103%. From the box to the tippity top of this structure breakout, 128%. Guys, this is where I drew a harmonic here, and I'm going to break this one down. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me see if I can pull it up again. I want to see if I can zoom in. If I can't, that's fine. Okay, you can't. I'm going to use this as my base for now. I had a harmonic on stream, and I had to take a picture of this. My harmonic... this was an alt bat, bullish alt bat. This is what you call catching knives. And I won't get too much into it because this has to cook. This has to come to our price target. This is what I love to play. This is sort of like my niche. And I love catching knives. And this is essentially a knife play. Now, a couple things to know off of these knife plays. This is a development story on next, okay? I'm going to keep an eye on next, but if we get this right, if I get this right, this can have massive, massive gains if everything pans out. Because based on past history, look at these explosive moves inside this green box. Next is a nice little gem, And very rare I see these opportunities, and this one is definitely on my radar, especially on my Discord. I'm going to chart it every day, if not talk about it every day, because I'm going to keep an eye on this. I love catching knives, and if you can see here, again, these explosive moves, I can't stop talking about it. And one thing I do want to note, we are seeing a different candle structure formulating on the weekly. And the only thing I have to say on this is because the reason why I'm keeping an eye on this, because previously we've been finding the support on the weekly 200 SMA. Right now we're changing the psychology of this candle structure moving forward, because right now we're supporting the 200 SMA, but today or this week or these couple of weeks, we're now under the 200 SMA. Is price action then going to come back into the zone and then screw the 200 SMA, just repeat this green box that we had previously? Let me go ahead and draw that. And then just follow through as previous price action? That's what I'm going to keep an eye on. Also, one thing to note as well, you have an impending, oh, actually on the daily, folks, I even call it this, you have a death cross. A death cross. This technically is a very, very bearish indicator, and thus you are seeing the downtrend. But based on prior history, look at the support bounce and these explosive moves. Guys, this is what I love seeing on chart. You rarely see opportunities like these, and once you hit this box, this is an explosive move. But you could potentially come down. These are very, very risky. But with the right TA, technical analysis, we can really start catching the wickety bottom on these things. And there's a lot of indicators and tools that I'm going to use in my repertoire to try and catch that ultimate bottom, so we can ultimately get that swing up. This is an opportunity for next. This is my Discord. I already gave you guys the Discord on. I gave you the TA on this one in Discord, and I'm gonna continue giving you guys the TA on Discord. This one's on my radar. So anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for the likes. Please don't forget to join me on my Monday streams at 9:30 a.m. up until 12 p.m. And thank you for supporting me. You guys have been the best. So if you like this sort of content, please hit the like button and follow my channel. Thank you so much.